Hello and welcome back to the Misfits podcast, rated 5 stars on iTunes by 6 Bedroom Croissant. He says, the Misfits podcast was there for me when my hero... What are you doing? What do you think you're doing?
Huh?
Put the headphones back on. Put them on!
Always practice safe sex. Never take the helmet off.
Rated 5 stars on iTunes by 6 Bedroom Croissant. He says, the Misfits podcast was there for me when my heroin dealer wasn't.
Oh, wow.
I'm joined today by my this will be like Eric Andre start the show. I'm joined today by
Get some tables we can break, just slam something through it.
I'm joined today by Toby.
Tranny on the tally.
What the fuck? You can't say that. That's offensive.
Toby, that's,
Hi.
Bro.
Thanks for coming.
Matt.
Oh.
And of course,
Hey, it's
the
me,
illustrious.
fucking
Oh, what is he doing?
Swaggersouls.
What is he-
Swaggers. This is arguably the most surreal intro ever, guys. It's very weird. Swagger's back, guys. He's been away for a little while. You guys have been
Hello.
crying about it in the comments every fucking episode. Like, where could he possibly be? Shut up, all right? He's back now. Here he is. Swagger, just go.
All right.
And he's gone. See you, man.
Yeah, man, it's fucking nice being back. I just got in today.
It's good to have
was
you back. It's good to the energy feels right again. You know, we could have Mason here. Mason and Jay on here. Jay's sick.
Do you want me to
Mason's
leave?
Just like normal.
just like home.
Just like it's like I never left.
It's like you never left, except you did.
Yes.
It was
For
rough.
a month. What the fuck?
Sorry,
Left us,
it
man.
was rough for me too. I mean, in the sense that I wasn't with you guys.
Oh,
Me
me
too. It's the middle of winter here right now, and
Yeah,
he goes
as-
back to the U.S. for
as
the middle
far
of
as
summer.
it- as-
It's fucking rough for me, boys. That
Yeah.
4th of July, I had some burgers. It was terrible.
As far as it goes, being back home was really good. It was a good reset. It was good to ground myself again. I was getting way too used to living in Melbourne and just having my life be sporadic and fucking weird. And so going back home and being with friends that I've known since high school and college was really good.
Nice.
It was a really, really good time.
Did you miss us?
I did. Yeah, I really wanted
That's fucking gay.
Every single time I fucking saw, an update or a Snapchat of you guys in the office or fucking drinking or having a good time, I just had super bad FOMO. Really, really big fear of missing out.
Right. You get FOMO a lot, hey.
Yeah, dude, I got FOMO dropping out of college to come here. I get FOMO whenever I leave. You know, like it's fucking annoying.
Well, you're
I don't
here
know how
now.
to fix it, but I'm fucking here, and nothing interesting apparently has happened besides the fact that you guys moved the podcast and all that shit up. Because everyone I ask, they say, it's been pretty uneventful. It's just moving in and getting this shit set up. But
It's been a lot of like foundation building going on. You know what I
big
mean?
steps. It's
Yeah.
great. It was great to see the office for the
What do you
fucking
think?
first time. It was really nice,
Pretty cool.
really good.
Hey? People still really haven't even seen the place, but
No.
they will eventually. It's not
We're-
ready
we're
yet.
waiting
we'll
till
do
it's
an
office tour
furnished.
video.
Yeah, we'll do
maybe.
an office tour when I think is appropriate. But at the moment, it's still pretty bare bones.
Everything's pretty half baked right now, but these things take time. We're getting there.
Including him.
Including me.
Yeah, he took an
thanks.
edible like
I
right
am
before the
edible.
podcast.
Oh, so you're-
I didn't take an edible. I smoked a little bit of weed. I had a
naughty
bit of
boy, he's
one
back
of those
already.
one of those stizzies. It was pretty nice.
And of course, you
Little
flew
sativa.
in this morning. What time did you land?
I landed like at fucking 6:30
In the morning?
7. Yeah, it was at 7:30 a.m.
And you had edibles on that flight too. So
Many. Yes.
surprising you're not feeling more groggy than you seem.
I don't know, man. I had a Gamer Subs, fucking
Of
really
course.
good, really refreshing.
I forgot to
Fucking
do that. As always, brought to you by
Yeah.
GamerSubs.gg.
Gamersubs.gg
Code?
/Misfits,
That's code-
right?
code
Or is it
Misfits.
just code?
Misfits.
Is it-
Man, he
okay.
really has been gone a while.
All right. It's
Code Misfits.
Code Misfits.
Powering the
all right?
podcast as always.
10% off.
Thank
Namaste.
you.
Yeah, tell me about LA, guys. Toby, you win as well. You're back. I like how I've just been talking about how you've been gone.
Well, it's
Toby
been
has
gone-
also
He's been gone like
Not
a month.
really.
Yeah, but you've been gone a few days,
Yeah.
So like, how was LA? How was your trip?
My trip was great. I got to live out my fantasies of being a big shot LA businessman. I went to meetings.
Oh yeah,
I went to lots of meetings. We went to this really fancy restaurant that was like at the top of a skyscraper. So you were like in the air and you could see all over LA. It was really cool.
very cool.
It was just like, it was a lot of meetings. It was
Right.
just pretty much just a business trip that I tagged along for.
Yeah, I guess we can't really talk about those meetings.
No.
No.
Yeah, I went to LA as well to meet up with him and Ryan, as well as Bucks
And Sam.
and Sam as well.
Well, VidCon was going on at the same time, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
Did
it
you meet
was-
many other creators, or
Call Me Carson and his crew.
Call Me. I met up with Call Me Carson.
how was
and
dinner with Carson and co?
Holy shit, dude! Ryan wanted to take Carson out on a business dinner, and so he wanted to go somewhere like Nobu or like a fucking expensive place where he orders all of the food for you.
Sure.
And it's fucking luxurious, great food for schmoozing and all that shit. The
Yeah.
experience. And so we wanted to do that originally, and Carson was very adamant that we go to Benihana instead, which I was fine with.
What's Benihana?
It's
I
very
love
fancy,
Benihana.
right?
No.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good food.
But it's not.
It's hibachi. It's hibachi. But
So
it-
So it's nothing
prepare
special
in
like
front of you.
Nobu then.
no, it's not. It's not gourmet. But it's good food. It's fucking hibachi. They prepare
Oh, is that
it for
where
you
that's
right
like the grill's in front of you?
Yeah,
and they do the,
and they do the little.
But, like,
thing.
hey, we make a volcano.
For this dinner,
that kind of shit.
we show up to their house. So there was like 20 of them
There's
staying
a
in
big
this
collective.
in this Airbnb. It was like showing up to a LAN party. It was so funny.
It was
just
very,
just
very
a big group
interesting.
of
Bunch of gamers.
of gamers hanging out in a house. And then we ordered a bunch of like black SUVs to take us to dinner.
yeah.
So there
whole
was
thing.
3 like blacked out SUVs driving in convoy to this restaurant.
I can't imagine
was so
Carson in
cool.
this setting.
It was so funny.
dude. I fucking love Carson.
Oh, he's a
the
good
thing
guy.
is, the entire time I was in LA, I was really, really high all the time.
Really?
'Cause
As things tend to
as
go
soon
in.
as
LA.
as soon as I land, I'm talking with Bucks, through text, and I'm like, "Hey, man, I just landed. When are we gonna meet up?" He goes, "Oh, I'm at this thing right now. I'm going back to the apartment." I go, "Cool," and he goes, "You ready to Cheech and Chong?" And I said, "Mm-hmm, yes."
Cheech and Chong.
Yeah, it's an old reference. There's 2 guys that smoked a lot of weed, couple of movies.
Gotcha.
But, yeah,
Thanks for
we were
filling me
going
in.
to smoke a lot of weed. Essentially, is what the fucking move was. So I
Right.
go there. Yeah, I smoke weed multiple times a day, in large quantities, and
I don't
yeah.
think I hung out with Swagger sober the whole trip.
No, I don't think I was sober the whole trip. I really don't. It was something like I expected to be in LA for only 3 to 4 days, just getting stoned with Bucks and
Yeah.
walking around, and we were going on those fucking bird scooters.
Oh yeah,
So-
the ones you
What are
like
those?
rent.
I saw those
If-
on the
yeah.
Instagram
If
stories.
you guys don't know, in LA, there's a bunch of these little startup companies. I think Lyft does it. There's this thing called Bird. There's Lime.
Lime, yeah.
It's just a bunch of these, electric scooters. You get an app for. You scan the scooter, and then you have free reign to drive it around.
Kind of works like Uber or something. You just
Yeah.
tag it, and the distance you go, that's how much you pay.
Really fun, dude. Those things just fucking fanging around on them. Me and Bucks, we just fucking did that a lot. Went swimming in his, apartment complex. Relaxing. Really, I wanted to treat LA like a vacation, but very quickly it turned into like more
A
of
honeymoon.
I wish. He's not here.
He's not.
anymore.
That's
But,
awkward.
yeah.
He's not here.
Okay.
But does it hurt to be apart from him now? We have a special bond,
I really think we do.
a weed-induced bond.
Yeah. Probably, and the acid as well.
You took acid?
No,
Oh,
no,
from
no,
last year.
From last year
Yeah,
when
we'll
we tripped with him. For reference, if you guys don't know who Bucks is, YouTube friend of ours, we dropped acid with him at MEO. We've known him for 2 years now.
A little while, yeah. He's a good friend of ours. If you want to listen to the episode, it's called "We Took LSD" in full
Yeah, in
caps.
all caps. Hey,
Guys, remember, we're not going to
Shout
tell
out.
anyone we're doing this, by the way.
shout out to the sponsors. But yeah, that's what I intended LA to be like, but
Sure.
it very quickly turned into more businessy and networky and VidCon, let's meet a bunch of fucking people and go to the party. And
Did you
all
go to
that shit.
VidCon itself, like the actual
Nah,
convention?
fuck that shit.
Ah, that's I figured.
Apparently,
Fuck
VidCon
that
sucks.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It always sucks.
We did go to the Studio 71 party, which was the Studio 71 party is like the major party that everyone goes to. Oh, God, it was a weird thing. Such a weird vibe.
It's where you go in there and you look at the dance floor, you look at all the bars, you see all the people, and I'm walking in and I'm looking around and I go, I recognize almost every single one of these fucking people here, and the ones I did recognize were either probably underage people sneaking into the event to drink, or TikTokers. Apparently,
Right. Oh, the
TikTokers
TikTok
are
wave.
all over the
Oh,
place.
shit.
I guess that's the new wave of influencers.
Yeah.
right?
Well,
Like,
yeah,
TikTok invasion.
it's the second Vine, and they're they're building a pretty big crowd. They're getting their audience. So it's VidCon, video conference, and video is TikTok. So TikTokers allowed. I personally say, fucking ban them. Have your own fucking convention, you assholes.
I mean,
Get out of here.
The TikTok career is so puzzling to me because, surely it ends at some point, and then I guess it's the same as Vine.
It
Same as Vine.
ends at selling your bathwater, I think.
Well, Belle Delphine she's an interesting one.
Oh well, she's transcended. She's transcended from just TikTok.
She has arisen from the ashes of TikTok, and
She's a fully
gosh, I respect her as a businesswoman. I'll give her that. You know, she's high powered.
If I was as attractive as Belle Delphine, I would be equally as shameless when it comes to making money.
You absolutely would, wouldn't you?
100%. But the party was so odd because it was basically just like this big nightclub. So it was, it was
blasting 2005 hits.
It was weird.
It was
the best kind of nightclub.
Terrible.
But it was a big nightclub with underage TikTokers there. Like, everyone was hanging out drinking and stuff, and then you would see 10-year-olds running past.
In a kiddie pool.
Like, granted, there weren't many of them, but there was enough to be like, this is so strange.
I guess there's also always a bunch of business people at those things too, trying to network and sell you shit or get you to sign contracts and stuff.
Yeah, but there was this big screen in the middle of the dance floor, above the dance floor, that was just playing clearly Studio 71 partnered creators, showing their videos on the screen. And there wasn't any audio, but it was such a strange experience standing on this dance floor. There's a bunch of people drinking and getting fucked up, and you just see making slime.
There's bitches twerking on fucking guys and people shotgunning beers and getting fucked up, and then you look at this giant screen above the DJ thing and there's just little kids playing in a swimming pool of slime, and I'm like, all right, fucking sure, dude.
Can you imagine if influencer parties like this were a thing when in the heyday of YouTube, when Fred was big?
Well,
oh my God.
Can you imagine
Fred
at an influencer party?
Didn't fucking Tobuscus used to do parties? Wasn't that an age in 2013, 2014 where a lot of people were going to these giant, massive parties that were local, thrown by YouTubers, and that was kind of thing? Because it wasn't an officially branded.
I feel
party.
that probably still happens a lot, and especially if you live in LA.
VidCon's weird. I'd go to VidCon if they actually,
had a decent event.
Yeah. It's more about.
It's just about meeting creators.
Yeah, that is all it is.
It's just a hub.
All the other conventions that we go to, it's this is a gaming event and there happens to be YouTubers there or, something else. But VidCon, it is literally just come to this area and hope you see your favorite YouTuber.
I feel
it's so bizarre.
I feel like it's just an excuse to leave the country, kind of like PAX Oz. It's an excuse for everyone to
for
fly
us
over
it
there.
is. For us it is.
We would never go to VidCon to go to VidCon unless, the event was worth going to. It's more so we go there because everybody else is going to VidCon, or everybody else is going to VidCon because other people are going to VidCon. It's like that kind of thing.
It's just an excuse to hang out.
Yeah, it really is.
All events are really.
Yeah.
All events are.
Yeah.
Unless we do a meet and greet, which you guys didn't do, right?
No. There's a lot of really big YouTubers at this party though. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. I saw.
You'd look around, see iDubbbz and stuff.
Yeah, I saw iDubbbz, Boys in a Band, Will Osman. I said hi to Gus Johnson with my helmet off. Which
How was he?
I probably shouldn't have, but he was good. He was awesome.
Why wouldn't you want to say hi to him with your helmet off?
I don't know. First impression is probably better with the helmet on, man. I geeked out.
Do you think so?
I think so.
With creators, it's best to make eye contact and get to know him,
Yeah, that's
Gus
true.
is a nice guy.
Oh, he was a fucking
wouldn't
awesome
leak your
guy.
face.
Yeah, I know. It's just, I just don't want to draw attention to myself. Especially those parties.
So then why is meeting them with the helmet on for the first time better? Imagine walking into that club with the helmet on
I
and
would have
everything.
been prepared. I think about that sometimes, because I went to that party without the helmet on and just going incognito, but the expense of that is that I have to keep a low profile. It's not like I can dance on the dance floor or get really fucking drunk or,
I don't think
do really any of that. I just don't want fucking some asshole with his phone out just fucking take a video of me. Or
if you're fitting in and dancing and shit, or doing a little bit of Orange Justice on the floor, then they can be like, no one's gonna bat an eye. Be like,
that's fair enough. Oh yeah, a lot of it's paranoia.
At that party, I was the only other misfit there, so people wouldn't have figured that you were there as well.
But still,
better be safe than sorry.
I think if I went to a Studio 71 party from this point, I'd probably bring my helmet. I'd probably bring the helmet, the chainmail, and balaclava.
The reason I told you not
it'd just be nicer. It'd just be more fun.
But then you got to carry it around.
Yeah, but I could manage to do that. I could bring my backpack.
The reason I told you not to is because I felt like they wouldn't have let you put it on. I feel like the security would have just confiscated.
They're not going to let you in a club with a helmet on.
Yeah,
well, you said there's 10-year-old TikTokers in the club too at the same time. So
Yeah, they
surely.
sneak in. I
wearing
can't
a helmet.
sneak in with a helmet.
I don't think they snuck in. They were just
in?
there were over 18 bands and under 18 bands.
Oh, really?
They were just allowed in there. Yeah.
Ooh.
Weird, right? That's kind of sketchy.
It's really weird.
Right, what's the lore on that? Let's sue Studio 71, guys.
Let's do it. Open up a lawsuit.
Look, as much as it was like a strange vibe, it was a good party.
Oh, yeah. L.A. was great.
Great party.
You know, L.A. was the very end of my whole fucking journey to get back to here. It was a fucking grueling one. I mean, I was back home on the East Coast for like, I think about 3 weeks. As soon as I got there, I had 4 friend groups to hang out with. I had to see my sister in Austin, Texas, and I had to see my mom in Maryland. So those were 2 places I knew I had to hit while I was there. Then I had 4 friend groups. One was in another town, which was an hour and a half away, that I had to drive to. And the 3 other groups were just, wherever.
Lots of bouncing around them.
Yeah, a lot of driving, a lot of bouncing around. And as well as that, as soon as I got back, I had to put out a video. And then after that, I had to do the VR chat, U2's thing for the whole U2's campaign. Gang, there he is.
Yeah, well, you dropped your special. It's big news.
Yeah, that
went very well.
That was very good. That was the 3rd and final one that I had to do.
Final one? Oh,
for video, in terms of the videos.
I thought you meant final special. I was like,
no. So,
are you going to do a special for 4 mil or for 5?
I reckon I might do it for 4 or 5. I'm probably going to do it for 4. I don't know. I mean, I'm fucking halfway to 4 already.
Crazy.
3.5.
Yeah,
but I got to wait for... Yeah, I reckon 5 will probably be my next one. It'll give me more time. But
I've been missing you at Minecraft Monday.
Yeah, I know, dude. I'm sorry. It's out of my control.
You're going to have to get used to waking up at 4 a.m. like me now.
I know. It's going to be tough.
Prepare for it.
Speaking of Minecraft Monday, Sam and I we were both sick on the later half of the LA trip. So we just stayed in the hotel one day. And it happened to be Minecraft Monday.
Oh,
and
wonderful.
It was such a fun experience being able to sit there with a bunch of, my followed Twitch streamers all playing the same game and just click between them, see what's happening.
Different perspectives.
Yeah, it was really, really fun.
Afterwards, fans always... What the hell just happened?
Something just fell from the roof.
From the roof?
Yeah.
The upstairs neighbor's like, shut the fuck up. No, after... Minecraft Monday is over, I always get a bunch of tweets of fans with 5 monitors watching 5 different streams.
Gosh,
it's really
it's
cool.
Actually really fun.
It's a great fun little event.
I watched James Charles stream. It was so hilarious.
Why is that?
Because it would be kind of entertaining for bits, and then he'd like something would happen, and he would just do the most high-pitched scream ever. And
his mic, right?
His mic's fucking terrible. So it was just such an unpleasant experience at some points. But I mean, considering he just started streaming, he's doing really well.
I'm surprised he keeps coming out consistently. He's been at it more than PewDiePie has.
PewDiePie, I think PewDiePie joined on a bad week.
Yeah, but he's going back.
He's doing his own Minecraft stream right now too. Or not stream, his own series.
It's
pretty big now.
Well. Minecraft's making the second wave. I can't wait for it.
That's crazy.
Well, they've added the mini games to Minecraft Monday now, which has made it a lot better. It was a lot of fun.
It looked really cool.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I want to try and get on it.
To win. But
maybe.
I
mean,
so.
Some of the gamers you can get ahead by pure chance, but Cryos unfortunately was a massive anchor, guys. He's so good.
I'm back.
You were really good at that. The one where the floor falls down.
Yeah.
Spleef?
TNT Run. I think it was
TNT Run.
I was doing pretty good at that.
That was really cool to watch.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it gives the regular normie creators a bit of an edge over the Minecraft pros.
Tryhards that know
So, I mean, James Charles had Technoblade on his team, and Technoblade is just a god. So it's whatever. I'm not complaining.
What do you reckon of this?
Your helmet?
All polished?
Oh, it looks shiny.
Yeah, it's all good. The rust is coming back because I'm failing to oil it. I need to oil it consistently, once a week now.
I think you should just make a pure ASMR video where you just polish it. There's a video on YouTube that blew up a few months ago by this guy, John's Kitchen. It was called Polishing a Rusty Knife.
Yeah,
this guy?
the Rusty Cleaver.
Very relaxing videos. This video got 8 million views of him or maybe it was even more than that. It was tens of millions.
He does videos where he sharpens random shit. You'll do it with epoxy.
Oh,
that
guy.
The sharpest cardboard knife, the sharpest rice knife.
I don't know if we're thinking of the same guy.
No, I think he's the same guy.
He's a Japanese guy. He's got cats, cooks shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Well, either way, content. You should do the same thing. Copy him. You heard it here first. Just yoink his idea.
Ryan, at some point, Ryan introduced us to some of his old Minecraft friends who are all massive Roblox YouTubers now. And
they're pretty sick guys.
They were great guys,
but
we pull up to their Airbnb and we're like, that's their Airbnb, because outside was parked a yellow Lamborghini Huracan. And I was like...
I thought it was orange.
It might have been orange. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was orange.
But but I went in and I was like, Ryan, find out whose that is, and he did. And it was a rental. The guy was just like, yeah, I just wanted to experience it.
Oh, fair enough.
And I mean, in LA, it's like, you want to experience a Lamborghini, $1,000 you can have it for the day. Which, for as far as experiences go, it's a lot of money, but it's a really cool.
You drive a Lambo. Yeah.
It's like skydiving, like it costs a lot of money, but it's a fucking experience.
But I went over to him. I was like, "Hey, can I have a ride, please? I've never been in a supercar." And
you went in?
I went for. I didn't drive it, obviously, but I went for a ride, and fuck me, it just made me want one so bad. It is so cool.
Yeah, I've never been in a
get one now.
supercar. I've only been in your Tesla.
There's just so much.
Thanks for letting me know it's not a supercar, Swagger. I'm crying internally right now.
There's just
I haven't been in a supercar. Just your piece of shit Tesla.
There's just so much drama around it, Like you get in this car that is, so eye catching, and then you'll be driving it really slow, and it's so loud and it's popping and banging everywhere.
Almost having that as a car.
The drama of driving it even casually was so. Such an insane feeling.
Must get a lot of looks too.
The best part about those cars is that they have an engine in the back, so if it catches fire, you don't notice, and then your car can explode on the highway.
That's so much fun.
I love snap oversteer. That happened to Solomondran, who is an LA YouTuber who he's like a property investor, and he bought cars and made a car YouTube channel.
Is he that guy that made a video about his earnings you linked me, or is that a different guy?
Maybe.
Wait, which guy? Is that the one where he showed me the garage? It looked like literally like a GTA 5 garage?
No, different one.
Okay.
But this guy, he just bought a McLaren Senna, super exclusive car, and I think it was like a week after he bought it, he was driving it, and the engine behind him caught fire, and because it's behind him, they didn't see it straight away, so it was... By the time they noticed it was on fire, it was heavily burning.
Wow.
So like the entire car just got destroyed.
Holy shit. How much does that car cost?
I think he probably would have paid 1.5 million for it.
Oh, man. That's a lot of millions.
And that's a good McLaren too.
But lemon law, if your car breaks, if you buy a new car and it breaks within the first like month of owning it or something, the company that made the car, they don't have to replace the car. They have to buy you a brand new car from any manufacturer. So you can go to them and be like, all right, I want a LaFerrari instead.
And
really?
They
have to buy it for you.
Even if it's like $3 million and like twice the price?
No, it has to be the same price. Obviously.
Okay.
But yeah, lemon law is crazy. Like,
shout out US.
Yeah.
Some of those laws are good there.
I recall one of the podcasts, it was like 2 podcasts ago, you guys went on a tangent for about 20, 30 minutes about cars.
Well, you were gone, so I was like, let's let them get their car talk gone.
Talk out of the way. I was going to say, it was pretty good.
That was so trippy because I can't see your mouth. So I thought you were talking, but it cut out. It was pretty good.
For those of you listening at home and don't have the video, Swagger's got his chainmail and his balaclava on. So that's
come on over to YouTube and check it out.
You could have said Swagger's got his helmet off, so you can go see
I could have said that.
Fucking watch it on YouTube, guys. Come on. YouTube's great. You can see me do this right now. Here, you see this?
Oh, that's how. Don't do that. That's
fucking
so
good.
unreal. Speaking of cars, guys, the other night, Matt, me, a couple other friends, we went to see Spider-Man Homecoming. Wait, what's it called? Spider-Man?
Far From Home.
Far From Home, yeah.
They're all the fucking same. Kind of a shit movie, but whatever. It was all right.
As far as Marvel movies, I think that was like the worst one.
We smoked the biggest...
Go for it.
Swagger's helmet thumping on the table.
Now they're definitely going to tune into the YouTube video.
We smoked some big doints before the movie. I went to see it, and it was still relatively baked by the time it ended, and I ordered an Uber to go home. The best Uber ride of my life pulls up.
That was crazy.
Why?
What the
What
fuck
happened?
was that?
This guy pulls up in this Honda.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool, it's a red Honda. Can't wait to be in this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
Let's go
commuter
home.
Car. This
I was
would be great.
excited. Then I stepped inside the Honda. He had LEDs in the bottom, which were like bright purple.
Yeah.
Very vibrant.
It's like cash
like in the
that one
footwell.
show. Like fucking...
Yeah. And and then he's like a tablet on the back of the seat. And he's like, he looks at me and goes, "What's up, bro? You're the DJ tonight." And I'm like, "What? Really?" He's like, "Yeah, man." I start playing some like house music. The whole time he's just banging on the steering wheel, like just vibe. And I'm like, he's like, "Dude, this is sick." I'm like, "Thank you." Like we're just vibing out to like you could tell he was one of those like guys who's in his 30s now, but back in the day he was a real partier. You know what I mean? And he was like a British guy who's vibing out.
That's so sick.
I wish more Uber drivers did stuff like that because that's how you get tips.
Yeah.
That's how you get fucking
Did you
tips.
tip him though?
I did tip.
Oh shit.
little bit of a
How
$5
much?
tip. $5. You know,
Okay.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Why'd you make me say it?
Just to make it awkward.
I lost my
I'm
brand
not Mr.
new.
Beast, Matt. Okay.
I lost my brand new handbag in an Uber the other day in
I
LA.
heard about that.
Yep.
I was like in LA. I wake up in the morning. This is like a brand new bag, and it's the most amount of money I've ever spent on a bag.
How much money?
And it had
Don't stop. What is Mr. Money Man over here?
and it had
Just
like
make him out, like realize how much.
the most frustrating bit wasn't that it was like expensive. It was that it had my wallet in it, which had like all my cards and my
Yep.
ID and stuff.
Oof,
and I
that's
was
rough.
like, look, if I lose the money, you know, that's fine. I can deal with that. But losing that stuff is so fucking annoying. So yeah, I was like searching the entire Airbnb for ages, couldn't find it, and I figured out how to call the Uber. He didn't answer. Called him again a couple hours later. Didn't answer.
He's like, fuck this shit. I'm done with Uber. I've made my money now.
I called him at like fucking 3 PM, and he answers and he's like, hello? And I was like he sounded like he just got out of bed. And I was like, hey, did I leave my handbag in your Uber last night? And he's like, yes. and I was like, oh, can I get that? And he's like, I'm listening. But I was like, he was like, yeah, I live really far away, so I'll come and drop it to you. But I may be a while. And I was like, okay, I'll give you some money for
Very
it.
nice of you
Yeah.
to drop it
Very
off.
nice. Very
Well, I
nice.
gave him a tip.
Yeah.
So I paid him for it, and yeah, luckily I got my bag back.
Very cool.
But speaking of expensive shit and people losing expensive shit, one of our audience members lost $1,000
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
going to say,
Becoming-
have we not talked about that yet?
becoming
we have.
employee of the month.
We talked about it on the Patreon pre-show, but we haven't. There's just been this portrait on the desk the entire time,
like, what the fuck?
and we just haven't brought it up.
So for the listeners at home, this entire time we have had this beautiful ornate portrait here that says employee of the month with a beautiful photo, and it says Queen Molly on it. Now Queen Molly, we recently made a new tier on the Patreon because people were asking for more expensive tiers because people are crazy, and we're like, fuck it, we'll make it that there's one tier for $1,000 a month where you get your photo on the podcast set as employee of the month, and at the end of each month it cuts out and you get kicked, so you have to be the first person to get it if you want to
Yep.
be your photo.
I did not expect anyone to get it. But
Yeah.
it sold out in like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now we have
To
Queen
this,
Molly
to
as
this
employee of the
lovely
month.
lady.
Yeah.
From what we can gather, this is a legitimate image. This is a legitimate
This
We saw it.
young woman.
Not being catfish.
A young woman with $1,000.
And apparently, she thought that this was an appropriate use for that $1,000. Daenerys
Yep.
Targaryen, guys. She's on the show.
Give me a bro fist.
Do not. She
do
did
it.
it.
He's been
She
back
did
for a
it.
month already.
She's done it.
As I
There
was
you go.
saying in the pre-show, Ryan and I came in, saw the employee of the month thing, and thought, Lauren has just placed a
placeholder.
placeholder photo. But then we talked to Lauren, and she's like, no, that's the person that sent us $1,000. And yeah, so
Well, thank you, Molly.
Thank you, Molly.
Appreciate it. I wish we brought that up at the beginning because people will be leaving comments like,
be
what the
like,
fuck
what
is
the
that? The fuck is there or just a photo of some
Yeah, that's kind of funny though.
Is that Mason's mom?
mom? No, that's Queen Molly Swagger. You should know that.
Queen Molly.
She's our top supporter on Patreon. Come on, be
Yeah,
better.
come on.
Be better.
I was thinking we should make a $10,000 tier, which is to come tribute.
All right,
we
let's
just,
Okay.
not
I
on
don't
a
know.
photo.
let's
Yeah.
settle the fuck down.
No, we shouldn't do that.
Afterwards, we'll discuss that
Sorry.
afterwards.
I just thought that was the kind of
did-
shit you do on
Keep
Patreon.
business off
What
podcast.
what did you guys think about the face reveal video?
I thought it was very good.
recent-
It was very well.
It was entertaining. It was a great commercial for your little boy, little YouTube's guy.
Little boy
I
here.
think it needed more nudity.
A bunch of fucking people are going, yeah, I like my SWAGGERSOULS toy, but why does it fall over?
Oh.
Dude, hey, look, you could do this. You
Let's
grab
see,
grab
let's
the
see.
legs, and
Bend-
just do
just
that.
bend-
You bend it a little bit, and then look,
I mean,
it
it's
stands up perfect.
even on its own, it stands up fine. It just
We
got a
haven't
bit of
had
a
any
lean.
issues.
I don't know. Some people with an IQ of 95 think that it's broken.
Swagger, we've been talking a lot about comments and how we shouldn't be reading them anymore. All right, don't listen to such
Have you?
people. We've been talking a little bit about just how the comment section just sucks. Our subreddit is trash, by the way. Have you?
Don't say that.
Trash
Please.
Guys,
we
we
love you.
We have a no. We
love
do
you.
not.
No,
Swagger.
the subreddit
No.
does suck.
The subreddit is so bad. Have you been on it?
No.
It is like the most normie place I've ever seen. Like so devoid of comedy.
Yeah, people listening to the
Tumbleweeds.
podcast, go to the Reddit and fix it. Make
Please.
it not shit.
If you are like good with memes or you
Make quality memes. Like,
But, like,
good
pl-
We
memes.
want quality memes here on the Misfits podcast.
the entire subreddit just seems to be filled with goblins who like are trying to replicate, comedy, but they don't understand it at all. It's very odd.
I
It's
just
a very
don't
strange
want-
seem like
place.
very
I
young.
just don't want it to turn into an Ice Poseidon subreddit where
Oh.
they're actively trying to destroy us.
I've already shat
No,
on
they
them.
wouldn't do that to
They know
us.
I hate them. I don't hate them. I just want them to be better. You know what I mean? I want them to.
It's
I
a
wanna,
disappointed father. It's like, I don't hate you. It's just like, get your shit
I want
together,
to
you
go
know?
to my own subreddit, Matt, and I want to have a chuckle. I don't want to go
Yeah.
there and be like, "Oh my god, this is cringe. Holy fuck." You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
guys, be better.
I just want to go there and be abused.
That's half of what it is. It's a half abused, half trash memes. Anyway, enough shitting on them. Any other tales from your tale?
Escapades.
From your adventure?
Well, I went to Austin, Texas for like 3 days, and I shot so many fucking guns, bro.
Oh,
I
God
shot,
bless
We got to
I
America.
shot
do a
lot
Misfits
of
trip where we shoot
firearms.
guns.
that was you?
Mm-hmm.
I saw it on the news. That's terrible. You went to some firing ranges?
Yeah, I shot a CZ-75. I shot a Galil.
Oh,
I
shit.
shot
Oh.
it was a Marlin 4570, huge fucking, it was like a lever action elephant gun.
That's not on the CS
That
Go Buy
was-
menu.
No, it was fucking awesome though.
Cool.
Shot it was a 12 gauge pump action, but it was magazine fed. Had a magazine,
shit.
so some John Wick shit.
It's like an indoor shooting range with the
Yeah,
target
yeah,
guys.
yeah. Straight up indoor shooting range and all that.
I really want to do that one day.
yeah.
I want to do what John Wick does in the training videos. Where he's
Oh
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
You got to go to that place. It has a Terran Tactical is what it's called. You actually
Shout
go
out.
there. Donut Operator went there.
I mean,
Did a
I'm
little, thing.
Misfits video.
I say
Yeah.
that, but I would be so bad that I'd be like just tripping over shit. Like,
Dude,
oh, my gun's jammed. Like,
I shot a fucking P90 full auto. Dude.
Oh,
It was
shit. Ooh.
really?
Fucking awesome.
How was that?
Oh, it was sick.
How much does the recoil like actually
Well,
kind of impact you?
the video that I took, I have a video of me shooting it. But the guy, the gun instructor, he goes, all right, well, you're going to shoot it once, and that's going to be your aim shot, and then you're going to pull down fully on the trigger. It's going to shoot. And I go, okay. So, I'm ready to shoot, and he's going over me like this. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Well,
And he
so
goes,
he's standing
yeah.
right behind you with his arms
Yeah,
above
ready
you.
to catch you when the recoil
He's ready
kicks
to
in, or-
catch the gun in case it goes or in case I lose it. It's for safety.
Mm.
And so I was like, all right. I let it rip. And I just fucking, all 50 rounds, dude, right down range, hit the
Wow.
target. It was awesome.
How accurate's the P90 in real life? Like, it shoot pretty straight?
I mean, yeah, I
Did
got
you like memorize the recoil pattern from CS:GO?
No. Dude,
Fire it.
you're shooting it so, it had a red dot sight on it, but you're shooting it and the recoil is just having it move everywhere. So you're really just spraying. You're really just spraying down range. You're not
Right.
shooting for accuracy.
Sure.
Otherwise you'd be, but
Tapping, yeah.
but dude, the full auto spray, man, it was just like, oh, it got me so hard.
What about the CZ? Do you have to hold it with? It's a pistol,
It was,
right?
yeah,
you have to hold it with
it
two
wasn't
hands?
full auto. It wasn't full auto,
Oh.
but I still held it two hands. You have to hold every fucking pistol two hands.
Does the real model have a full auto mode? Or
There's not the civilian ones.
Not this, yeah,
It's easy to mod,
military.
though, to make them full auto illegally.
Matt's got the knowledge, apparently.
Dude, I wanted to get one of those. Apparently, they're really good.
Red flag alert. I know
I'm
you're
not getting
Southern,
allowed
but
back in the
holy
US.
shit.
We're on a watch
Oh,
list.
so good, dude.
I know a
My-
guy or two.
all those rounds of Pavlov VR really paid off. 'Cause I'm a really good fucking shot, dude.
We got to get back into that Pavlov.
Yes, we do. I got
Am
an
I-
index.
Oh,
I
have you
got
tried it yet?
No, it's sitting on my bed as we speak. Hopefully not broken.
Explain the index to the viewers at home who might not know what that is.
Here he
The
goes.
Valve Index is fucking awesome. It's Valve's standalone headset. It is way better. So more resolution. I believe it's 1440 now. So you have more resolution. You can see text easier while you're in VR. It's got these knuckles controllers that strap to your hands. So and it tracks your fingers.
Right.
So there's full finger tracking. So it tracks the position of your fingers for your
Makes,
stuff in game.
makes total sense.
So if
Like,
you're
Yeah.
in like
And-
VR chat, you can like give someone the finger and it works.
You go, hey, you You two faggots, go over there.
Faggot.
It doesn't make
fuck
sense.
you, or, okay.
It doesn't make sense that like the initial VR release, like I don't know how they didn't think to have hand straps.
The
You know?
tech wasn't there.
The Vive controllers are
They
like the
couldn't
most
make a
awkward
strap.
holding things ever.
Yeah,
They
because I mean,
suck.
it just like honestly, not even the feedback thing, like,
Yeah.
but just having the
Just the
straps on the
fact-
hands
I mean,
would
they
have made total sense.
They have the strap that goes around your
Yeah.
wrist, kind of like the Wii,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah,
a bit
but
shit.
it's nice
But
not having to hold
this
something.
is literally, it's around you, it's strapped onto your fucking palm,
Very
and
sick.
it's just right there. And if you want to grab something in game, you do this. And you
Tubular.
grab the controller.
Very
if you want to
tubular.
let go, you go.
Nice.
Very, very excited.
So I presume you've tried it.
No.
No. Whoa. So you are. We should do it for the first time while we're recording, I guess.
Yeah,
you
I
probably
mean,
want to try
I
tonight.
have to set it up.
Yeah.
I have to set it up preferably tonight. I have to set up my whole computer and everything. I still have to fucking unpack.
When can I fucking get one of these things? So I have to be on a wait list. What do I have
Yeah,
to do?
I was on a wait list for like 2 months, and then
and
they
they don't
then
ship here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
they
I'm in
don't ship it
Australia.
here. So I had to get it shipped to my house.
So it's gonna be like a year till I can have one or something.
I have no
Probably.
idea. Probably 6-7 months.
Call Gabe. Call him. Put him on.
Hey,
You have on
Siri?
speed dial, right?
Siri, call Gaben.
Calling Gaben.
Calling Gabe.
Fitz, what is it? I'm in the middle of something. Gabe, I want a Valve Index.
It's reported that Valve is working on a prequel to Half-Life.
That's like pre-cum, but
Down.
for video games.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
and for real gamers, for real PC gamers. Wow.
Yeah.
It's Half-Life. See, a lot of the reasoning. I was talking with Bucks about this when I was really stoned, and we were watching videos on the Index in LA. I go, "Hey man, I have this crazy theory," and he's like,
That is
like,
a very stony way to start a conversation. Hey man, got this theory. Hear me out.
So he's like looking at me with his red eyes and going, "Yeah, what's your theory?" And I go, "So, you know how Nintendo makes their own hardware that they could put their own games on?" I go, "Maybe it's possible that Valve is making the Valve Index to be their stuff to work, to build off of, to be their
Foundation.
hardware that they could develop their own shit for." And I go, "You're going to see it when next gen VR comes out, Half-Life 3.
So they're going to release the
It's
big
gonna
title to sell it.
It's going to be Half-Life 3 in VR, complete different immersive experience, like reshaping the way that we think games should be played, just like the first one did and just like the second one did."
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely think if they're going to do Half-Life 3, it'd be like huge for
They
VR.
just need to get to a point where VR is accessible enough and cheap enough and good enough to sell that experience.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, that's what game consoles have been doing for years. It's like they take one of their flagship titles and launch it every time there's a new gen.
Yeah.
Like Forza
Yep.
with the Xbox and stuff. Every time there's a new gen, there's a new Forza.
Nah, Swagger was just high, guys. I'm sorry. He was really
Hey,
high.
it's wishful thinking. I mean, for the
Yeah.
most part, they're saying that there's a Half-Life prequel coming to
When
VR.
has this come up? When has this been said
That
by
was
anyone
like,
at
I
all?
think, last 6 months.
All I know, all I've heard is that like some the indie developers. I'm not sure if they're the same people that made Black Mesa, but they're working on like taking the story that was leaked for Half-Life 3. Remember? When
That's
people,
different.
That's yeah. I mean, I know that's different. but
Wait,
that's
so
all
there
I've
was a
heard.
story for Half-Life 3 planned?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
apparently,
yeah,
like
the-
one of
the
the guys
guy-
that wrote the original series,
I've
like,
never
he
played any
released
of
it.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah, me neither.
Blasphemy.
The guy had
Blasphemy.
the
Well,
guy
shame
had
on you.
the script written for Half-Life 3, and it got to a point. It was like 10 years after it was supposed to be like in development, and it went just.
Yeah,
like that.
I mean,
Oh, so
it
they-
was the
so they
final.
were making it.
He released the script, but he had all the names changed, but you could
Yeah.
still figure out what characters what.
And when that came out, it was the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, for
Half-Life.
Half-Life 3. But hey, prequel.
Why would they go prequel?
Because fuck you. Because fuck you.
Wait,
Cam.
where was
Fucking
this?
prequel. I'll take what I can get, Gabe. I'll
Who-
take what I can get, Gabe.
Who announced it? Like, was it Valve that announced it?
It was a leak.
He's delusional.
It was a leak.
First Cube
But it
World
was
and now
from
this.
Fuck you, Cube World. Just Wole. Oh, I'm sorry. Wole just said on Twitter a couple
Yeah,
of
I
these
saw him post a couple
so
screenshots,
fucking,
but-
still working on it. Fuck you.
Just
Cube World's coming out.
the girl sitting across from you on the bus gives you a little tease doesn't mean she wants to fuck you, Swagger. Cube World's never coming out. All right? Just understand that. Get it through your thick helmet skull.
Fitz. Calm down, bro.
You're right. This is inappropriate.
I got a new
We'll
tattoo.
do this later.
I got a new tattoo in LA.
I like how you just very comfortably segued away from our argument, our fake
Tramp
argument.
stamp.
You got a tramp stamp?
Yeah,
Girl, what the fuck?
I got a tattoo on my penis that says "fold hair." No,
Wait,
It should be the scissors.
Dude, that
can you
is
imagine?
epic.
No, we were hanging out with one of Ryan's friends, and she was like, "Oh yeah, so, one of my friends is coming over," and she showed me his Instagram, and he like tattoos himself, and I was like, "He tattoos himself? Has he got a tattoo gun?" And she was like, "Yeah." Do you want to bring it? I was like, mm-hmm. So we were just in this apartment, and he was sitting at this table by himself, just like tattooing himself. And I was like, "Hey, show me your tattoos." And he showed me them, and I was like, "I want that one."
Wait, you copied his tattoos?
Yeah.
Dude.
No, the reason why was because I was like, I don't know how good this guy is at tattoos, so I'm gonna pick one that he has done to himself, so I know how it's gonna come out. And I was just like sitting on a table, bent. And he just tattooed this little rose. Yeah.
Nice. It looks
Show it
kind of
to
like
the
barbed
camera.
wire with a flower head on top. I like that.
Show it to the fucking camera.
Why is it upside down though?
I don't know. It's just how I did it. I've also got pretty please on my hands, so when I'm,
Praising God.
praising Jesus, I can say pretty please Jesus.
I don't want to go to hell.
Yeah, you don't pray to God. You're just asking for stuff.
No, I'm just begging for daddy's cummies.
Please, God, please.
Yeah, I remember when I was like 9 years old at church, I was like, I wonder if God's real. And I go, "Dear God, if it doesn't rain chocolate in 3 minutes, you're not real."
I did the same shit.
And it didn't rain chocolate.
Wow,
I-
God.
You're
That's
just
not
like,
real?
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his big breakthrough.
Well, like, have you like, I kind of left religion behind when I was in my mid-teens, and still, like, afterwards, if like I was having a bad time where I really want something to happen, I'll be like, "God, like, I know I kind of like ditched you and shit, but like, just in case you are real, help a
hypothetically,
brother out
you know?
real quick." You know what I mean? Yeah, Catholic shit, whatever.
I'm the same.
Catholic shit, turn up.
I've never been religious, but there are still times where it's like, really late at night, I'm anxious or something, and I'll be like,
Yeah, dude.
"Yo, God, homie,
Everyone can praise God. You know what I'm
please
saying?
just fuck
Praise
my ass,
Jeebus.
God."
We're all in the church of life.
Ready?
It's hot on the podcast set. Sorry, my hands are kind of sweaty. I'm that guy next to you in the pew.
Our
Let's
Father,
say grace.
our Father
all right?
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Thy
Father.
kingdom come, thy will be done.
Satan, what are you doing here?
Oh, shit! Oh no, that's Molly.
Oh shit, that's just
Queen
Molly.
Molly.
Satan's my homie. He's been hanging with me
Man.
for the last few years. It's great.
Satan's your homie?
Yeah, yeah.
Imagine having Satan as a roommate. I mean, like, what a guy, am I right? He
Yeah.
leaves the milk out. I heard at least.
Your asshole would be sore.
So sore. He's thorny.
Satan's gay?
No, he's just
course.
really, really aggressive.
Of course he's gay. What do you mean?
Of course, it's a sin.
Satan is all sin.
He's the antithesis of all holy things. Of course he's gay. Just kidding. If you're gay, turn up.
Yeah, but it's also a sin. So,
If you're
like,
Satanist, also turn up.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone knows that all that shit's a choice.
Are there
so, like-
actual churches for Satan?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Church of Satan, I think recently they got officially accepted as being a church, so they're like tax-free now.
I think
Just out of curiosity, where is this church? Not that I care.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, okay.
Can we, Church of Misfits? Can we do that?
We were going to do a church of Misfits.
Yeah, then that's totally why we're
Yep.
not paying taxes, guys. That's,
Yep.
I think
This
Satanism.
isn't an office. It's a religious institution.
yeah, this is our
It's a
church here.
church.
It's a church.
We're becoming a cult now,
It's a
guys.
place of
It's
worship.
a Bible group.
Yeah.
We're going to
We-
bless you with holy... Can you pass me the bong
The
water?
G-subs is the
Or,
holy
can you-
water.
Toby,
Yeah.
can you pass me the
No,
holy
it
water?
is
We
Pass the holy water.
Yeah, edible communion.
I'm pretty sure Satanism, though, I'm pretty sure it's not like actually worshipping Satan. It's like,
It's an ideology.
It's an ideology. It's
Oh, like
it's
feminism?
like a way of living life.
Guys, this has been the Misfits podcast. I'm
That's
kidding.
going to end up in some supercut video again.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, shout out to that guy who made the supercut of us. I don't think we ever
What was
talked
that
about
called?
that.
Misfits but funny?
But it's
Yeah.
actually
something?
good.
I can't
It's
remember
so
the guy's.
fucking
I
funny.
wish I could remember the guy's channel name. but it's really
Sir
good.
Frog?
Sir something.
Sir Frog? Froggy?
something like that,
F-R-O-G-E?
Well, long story short, this guy made a really hilarious edit of the Edibles podcast. It was like a hypercut, you know. It
was pretty good.
It was
a good
called
time.
Misfits, but it's funny, and it was like 2 minutes.
Yeah, make more of those. That shit's
Please.
good.
Yeah,
That's
and
just
put
like-
it on Reddit. That's what you should be putting on
Yes.
Reddit.
That's the kind of shit I want to see on
That's the
Reddit.
shit they should be
Yeah.
on our Reddit.
Creative, hilarious content.
Yeah.
None of this shit. None of this MS Paint drawing of my helmet,
yeah.
boys. Come on, step it up.
Oh, yeah,
You guys
am
need
I
to be
right?
at least on GIMP.
Oh.
At least on GIMP.
You guys, the subreddit is why I drink. It's why I drink. How long have we been going for here, guys? I'm chilling, but like, you know, I just want to make sure we're not fucking
Like 45 minutes.
Oh, it
Really?
felt longer. Felt like we had a long conversation.
Oh, well, let's keep talking about
Keep
stuff.
talking. What are we talking about?
Well, Satan's on my mind.
Let's talk about Satan. Satan's good. Satan's on my shoulder, not on my mind, though.
Yeah. You guys ever have a psych?
Ow.
Fuck.
Oh,
His other
I-
shoulder.
I have a
That
question.
was my angel.
Oh, yeah. Shit.
He's
have a
already dead
question.
anyways. It's all good.
If
You
I
boys.
Boys will be boys.
What's your question?
if I bought a tattoo gun,
Fuck off.
would
No.
you guys
Fuck
let
off.
me do a tiny tattoo
No.
on you for a video?
I've been opening up to the idea of getting some tats. I've been looking at myself in the mirror.
Yeah, but
I'm
letting
super
him
jacked
draw?
now, obviously, and I'll be like, I could maybe
See,
get some arm tats.
What
don't
I
know.
think is cool about having a tattoo gun is the reason I got this wasn't because I was like, oh, I really want a tattoo of a rose. It was like, I really want to have that memory of that time that I got tattooed by some random dude in my apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
this giant cock on my shoulder. This is my asshole
memory.
friend
Big
Toby
cock and
strapped me
balls.
down and drew this big cock on me.
See, I was thinking about getting a tattoo gun for a video, but then I was just like, if I own a tattoo gun, I'm just going to tattoo myself and hate it. I'm going to be like, oh, I'll just tattoo something
Oh,
small.
so you'll
and
tattoo
then
your friends
instantly
instead.
regret it.
Okay.
So,
So you don't have to live with the,
Well, no,
the regret.
I just think that,
tattoo
like,
us.
you know, like when Suicide Squad was filming, Margot Robbie brought a tattoo gun, and they all got these little smiley face tattoos. And I just think it would be cool to if we had a tattoo gun in the house and someone knew how to use it, so that like we could be like, hey, you
Hide
know,
it from Ryan,
We
'cause
all
that's
get
gonna be
one
his new
little
thing.
matching tattoo.
Ryan's
That's
trying to
actually a
dye
good
our
point.
hair enough already. Like, if you give him a tattoo gun, that's dangerous.
Can you tattoo a smiley face on my glands?
Can you just tattoo regrets? Like, not no regrets.
Regrets.
Just regrets.
We this week, I think recently,
yeah, we got these
recently
things.
we added something to one of the tiers. It's like a Patreon Q&A. So I think what it is, I don't actually understand it completely, but I think what it is the patrons that are in this tier can submit a few questions, and you know, every week on the podcast or however often it is, we'll answer like one or two, and you know, gradually get through some questions.
That's right, Toby.
Make sure the questions are fucking good, by the way.
Yeah, otherwise they won't get
Don't, make
chosen.
it, don't do fucking trash.
Can we shit on our fans anymore this episode? Daddy Otter says, what do you
What kind
feel...
of fucking name is that?
I'm trying to read this.
Well, you asked if we could shit on our fans more. I was just...
You hear the cops in the background there, man?
They're after
That's
me.
for you. It's the joke police.
I do really want to
Daddy
shit on a
Otter
fan.
says, what do you do to feel creative or motivated again if you lose the drive to edit/get content?
Drugs.
Yeah,
No, you stole my answer. Fuck.
I was thinking Coke
my
as
wife.
well. Like, we are all on the same wavelength.
No, I mean, to tell you the truth, audience, that's right. I'm talking directly to you right now. I've been feeling a little sapped of motivation lately. I'm feeling like I miss the heydays.
Yeah.
I miss the days when like I was just so excited when I got new footage and I couldn't wait to like put it together and make a funny moments video. You know what I mean?
Back when you're just like a young sapling first
Young
at it.
sapling, just branching out into all kinds of things. The PUBG days were a good time
Oh,
for me.
PUBG was good.
Early Fortnite even was good for me. But I mean, lately, I don't know. I think it just comes from the fact that I've been doing this for like 3 years now.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
full
it's
time.
been
I think we just
while.
need a new
And-
game that's good, to be
Well,
honest.
the VR is helping.
VR for me is my best idea and I think best route that I could have taken to keep things fresh.
Yeah.
Because no matter what game you play, if you're playing it on mouse and keyboard, it still feels like kind of the same grind. You're sitting there at your desk looking at your screen and you're doing your thing and
Sure.
putting your shit over it. But when it comes to VR, you are put into a simulation of reality. You are put into a, you know, in fucking virtual space, and you're walking around and you're seeing shit like you're actually there.
Yeah.
So it's more like intimate for me to record a video where I'm, you know, it's practically like real life with a GoPro on my head.
I think that when we play TTT though, you get so like lost in the world that you forget that you're supposed to be funny and you just go and kill everyone.
Oh, dude, yeah, Pavlov. I get too into Pavlov because I just have too much fun fucking shooting all you guys in the head.
Yeah.
To
There was
be
a point during that recording session where
was
like
probably getting
mid-session
annoying.
you stopped and you were just like, Fitz, I feel like I'm John Wick right now and I'm just killing people all the time. I'm like, that's cool. Like, but tell a joke or something.
I think most of that was just getting out my frustration because you guys didn't get VR for like fucking what, 9 months?
Well, that was the joke in my
Yeah.
second time here. I was like, this is great. Why didn't we do this sooner?
Yeah.
You're like, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
It's good that everybody finally has it now. As soon as Smitty got it, I was like, yes. And then Cryos got it. I was like, yes.
We're all
And
getting
then
it.
Grizzy got
and
it. And I was like,
Minilad
yes.
and-
Because if you go and you watch any of my Pavlov videos, pretty much there's at least one scene in like all of my Pavlov videos where I am playing with Smitty or Mini Lad or Grizzy or you or anybody else, and I'm giving them a tutorial. I was teaching everybody to play as they were getting the headsets.
And I was fucking with you so hard, dude.
Oh,
when
yeah.
you were trying to teach me, I was like throwing my gun around and shit. I mean, VR's definitely helped. For me, I think like streaming recently has been a big thing for me.
Streaming's
like,
so
just,
good.
Just like, and also just playing with, no offense, guys, but when you play with the same people all the time, like you learn each other's habits and you learn each other's jokes, and it's less fresh. And I feel like whenever I play with new people, like it's like wiping the comedic slate clean.
Yeah.
I feel like it makes you think after a while,
there's new
makes you think
dynamics.
again.
There's new dynamics and new synergies.
Yeah.
And
So I've been
kind of
really
shit.
enjoying playing on the S&P Live server with Karsten and
I
his
want to try
friends.
that. I told Carson that I want to get on there, and he was
It's
like,
a lot of fun.
S&P Live.
And yeah, there's
Yeah.
a few other things that we have planned that will hopefully be starting soon that I can't talk about, you know what I mean? But I want to be streaming more, and like I'm really enjoying that. So I mean, I guess the question is
Worst case
answered
scenario,
for
you
me
just do
by-
drugs like us.
Just do drugs by us.
Let's just
But
do
yeah,
some
like,
acid, easy.
you got to mix it up. You obviously want to stay
Yeah.
on track so that your audience, you kind of switch up completely and do some shit that people won't like to see, but it helps to change up your approach.
Innovate.
Innovate. You read the next one, Toby.
Absent asked, favorite thing to do outside of recording?
Drugs.
Drugs and drugs. All right, easy. Next question.
No. I really enjoy, I mean, I'm kind of a boomer, kind of a grown man.
He admits it now. That's step one.
I really just enjoy, like, I have my own place. I really enjoy just buying furniture and, like, making my place feel like a home. I'm serious. Like,
Tea,
when
having a nice glass of scotch
I
next
love
to
that
my
shit.
fireplace with my
Put on, like,
golden
an album.
retriever and
you
Scotch
know,
glass.
you know me so well.
yeah,
Or
sitting
glass of
there in
scotch.
my
Fuck.
slippers,
But it's like-
reading the newspaper,
Hating my
Yay.
kids.
When you
my
read-
my
girlfriend,
wife.
my bitch ex-wife.
Don't bring her up. When you get into an age like mine, guys, you just have an appreciation for curtains, couches.
It's you're a year older
Rugs.
than me.
Toby,
Mate, you're
all
younger
right,
than me. Shut the
the
fuck
grown-ups
up.
are speaking.
I forgot. Yeah, Matt's fucking older than you.
But no, like when you have your own place,
Yeah,
you'll
I totally
understand.
get it.
It's
Totally
like it's
get
like
it.
building your little
I
hub.
had my
your
own
little
place.
hub.
Yeah, you have your own pad, bro. You have your
Exactly.
pad.
It's awesome.
I don't have a fucking boomer zone like you do. But I had a pad.
You're like a 40-year-old
pretty
grandpa.
lit.
What the fuck are you
Yes,
talking
but
about?
I'm a 40-year-old grandpa that's been doing acid since the 40s.
The difference between you and me, Swagger, is that you have no taste.
Oh.
You would like put a big marijuana flag up on the wall, big American flag up on the
Yo,
other.
bro, look at my tapestries,
You know?
bro. Look at this shit.
I
So we
buy-
came for LSD.
Whoa!
I buy nice shit. I make it a home.
Don't never shit on a man's tapestries.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I think they're actually cool.
They are cool.
Bro,
They are
I-
cool.
Dude, I would like to
I have
apologize.
this-
Let's do some
I-
LSD
I
this
have a-
weekend.
I have
We'll
a-
look at some tapestries together. How about that?
Dude, the best part about going home was going home, going up to my room, and asking my dad to go, Dad, what happened to the big elephant tapestry that I had hanging down from my room? He goes, oh, it's in the closet. I go, okay. First thing I did, get the elephant tapestry out of the closet, put that motherfucker back on that goddamn frame.
Where it belongs. I mean, above your bed
No,
at the
not my
Misfits
bed.
house.
Yeah.
No. It's on-
Oh, yes, the big American flag.
with fairy lights
Yeah,
all
yeah.
over it.
Yes.
Which, turned up for America, but it's not exactly.
It's fucking awesome, dude. What are you saying? What are you saying? It took me like
I'm just
fucking
saying,
3 hours
if you bring
to
a
untangle that.
lady home and she sees that, she's gonna be like, "Yikes!" Guess this-
yeah.
Yeah, well,
I mean, then you
I'm
can
not
then you
gonna
got like a bunch
fuck.
of MAGA hats by the bedstand. Like, what are you?
It's extra, bro. It's just extra.
That was just for a bit I was
Portrait
recording.
of Donald Trump like above your desk. Like, you
With
gotta settle
candles
down.
underneath
Don't talk about my fucking phone on the podcast.
You
I
guys
need to keep
answer.
the energy good back home.
Sure, you guys answer the question though.
What's the questions? Let's say this.
What's your favorite thing to do outside of recording, Matt?
Nothing.
I said drugs.
Oh, is that your serious
Are you
answer?
serious?
No.
It's your favorite thing to do? The gym?
Probably, yeah.
Cooking?
That's like the ongoing joke. It's like, where's Matt at the gym?
Because every time we needed to find you, you'd be like, I remember you gave us a handy spreadsheet.
Oh, I gave a flow chart.
A flow chart. Where is Matt? Is he at the Misfits house?
No.
No? Gym.
Or on a walk.
Or on
Yeah.
a
Or
walk.
at breakfast.
Or at breakfast.
That was fun
Getting-
though.
it
Like
used to
coming
be-
over
it
here for
used
the
to be
first
getting
time.
a
You just go to
coffee.
like a new cafe everywhere.
All right.
Wake up every morning.
What's yours? Did you do yours?
Yeah, I mean, the thing about being like a YouTuber and stuff is that
Our lives are
a
pretty boring
gaming
outside
YouTuber,
YouTube.
it's like the stuff that you normally do outside of your job. Like for me, it would be playing games and hanging out with my friends, playing games and stuff. It's like that is my job now. So
Yeah.
so the stuff I do outside of that is just like honestly,
Stocks, business.
yeah, business.
Going to the office.
No, I mean recently it has just been at the office, hanging out.
Hanging out, yeah.
Right.
It's the biggest thing. We need to start going to like track days on the weekend soon. That's what we need to do.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
No.
Next question.
All right.
That's a good card. Doesn't even use it.
This third and final question presented to you by the Patreon Q&A is by...
Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one.
Now you've hyped it up so much. I hope it lives up to the expectations.
Who's it by?
Soap.
Ooh.
It's by Soap. When you guys shower, do you face the shower head or do you have your back to the water?
Face the
Both.
shower head.
You fucking idiot. You have to
both.
turn around 360 in the shower if you want to get every part of you fucking wet.
I have a rotating platform I stand on. I'm just constantly spinning in the shower.
That would be pretty.
Can't imagine drunk showers
dumb.
like that.
Oh, dude, you just throw up everywhere. No, like most of the time I'm facing it away. It depends on your shower head, really.
I'm facing
Yeah.
towards it for the most part.
Really?
I mean, my shower head in Melbourne for my ensuite, it's like one of those showers that like rains on you, like
Yeah.
on top
Well,
of
that
you.
makes sense.
So I don't need a face anywhere. I just fucking spin in a circle and it goes on my head and to my balls.
But if you have one that's off the wall, like shooting
Yeah,
at a certain direction,
at home.
you'd
Yeah,
want
I do it towards. It goes.
Yeah,
Into your face?
I would face it.
no.
Oh,
I take-
forget. Like
I take
you're
a step-
short. For me, if I did that, it would be like in my face the entire time.
Just take a step back.
I don't want to take a step back because then
Because you're not under like the entire water, you know?
it's,
You wanna be
less,
close
it's
to it.
colder the further you step
Yeah.
away from it.
Yeah, but I just take a step back and let it
Could
hit
just
me, and
turn
then I
up the
just
heat.
fucking,
I don't think I
do my
understand
shit.
how much like water needs to reach the many lengths and
Fit-
widths
Yeah.
of my body.
And his enormous cock.
Oh, it's the biggest. It's problematic.
How do you wipe your ass?
Ooh.
You're already gonna make me talk about this. on the
Obviously,
podcast.
Sitter or standard?
obviously
How
you
do you
go
wipe
from
your ass?
I'll
How does someone
tell
as
you.
freakishly tall
I'll
as
tell
you
you. I'll tell you.
wipe your ass?
I used to be a stander.
Ooh.
I was adamant. I thought it was weird that people would sit down and do that kind of
Really?
It is.
So what are you now? You full-fledged
No.
sitter? You halfway in between?
thing. You don't understand.
Tactical crouch?
Let me speak. Let me explain. Let me lay it out for you. I sit down and wipe my ass
How?
from the front.
So you take your hand
Yeah.
and then you put it under your sweaty, vinegary ball sack
The
with your
secret,
paper.
the
Do you
secret
wipe-
is, Swagger,
you
is
wipe
that I'm
towards
not
your
Italian.
nuts?
I don't have a sweaty vinegary ball sack. That's just Italian, who have that. Okay, I'm like a.
Racist.
It's not, is that racist?
Kinda.
I thought it was true. I was always.
Well,
told
it can't
that.
be racist if it's true,
Stop
obviously.
looking at me like that. Laugh or something. No, I don't know, man. Like it's whatever. Like, but my body type allows me to get away with that, and it's actually the most effective.
The
method.
most effective way to wipe your ass is to wipe it so that you wipe your ass and then go through to your balls, so that you get to wipe the shit on the backside of your balls.
The most.
Y'all are whack.
I thought the most effective way of cleaning your ass was with a pressure washer.
No, you get a small.
That would fuck you up, wouldn't it?
It would really fuck your shit up.
You have a small man to the right of your toilet that stands there the whole time and does it for you.
Oh, he just jacks me off though.
Is that just called a slave?
Oh.
No, he's employed.
Cool, Chris.
I treat him well.
He gets 1 cent an hour.
He's got a big salary. Man. That's a rough job. No, I don't really want to talk about how I wipe my ass on the podcast.
Are we that far out of topics? I mean, it's been about an hour now, so.
But, everyone's different. And don't be ashamed of how you wipe your ass at home, folks.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure that unless you're doing some crazy shit, like I read this tweet once about a guy. It was a joke, obviously, but he was talking about like, what, you guys don't scoop it with your hands and throw it into the and then wash your hands
Wait, you
after?
don't do the little ramp where it like slides in the water so it doesn't splash?
He was like, isn't that why people wash their hands? Like, why else would you wash your hands? Like, everyone's different. Find your method and stick by it, guys.
It's funny how many things like this. There's so many things that people, they just think are normal until they realize that it's
it's
not.
like, oh.
Because if you something like going to the bathroom or or anything like personal and private, you're the only person that you see doing it. So like you could be doing it wrong your entire life.
Yeah.
And
You guys
no-
don't brush your teeth from the back?
What?
I was gonna say I didn't know fucking my sister was weird until I was like 16.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I wish they told me that. I didn't have a sister, but
Yeah.
man, I was fucking her.
I didn't know fucking Swagger's sister was weird until
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Matt's over there, southern as hell, is thinking like, wait, that's actually not normal.
Wait a minute. No, I knew before everyone else, dumbass.
Ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
Thank you for those questions, Patreon. That was really wonderful. I'm sure.
Yeah, next week do some better ones though.
Yeah, give us some
I was just
better
trying
ones.
to
Stop being
okay,
shit,
that's
Patreon.
just BM.
Seems like everything you do is just no effort.
Oh, God, pathetic.
Swagger's just made a mess on the fucking podcast set. Bastard.
Guys,
I'm marking territory here.
it's probably time to wrap it up.
You reckon?
We just talked about ass wiping. I don't know. What do you want to talk about? We can go for long if you want, Swagger.
So how do you blow your nose? Do you go both at the same time?
Fuck
Or?
up.
Do you guys look at the tissue when you After you blow your nose?
I don't blow my nose. I just go.
Oh, you do the good snort and swallow
Yes,
technique.
dude.
We both made the exact same noise. Just
I
then.
put that shit right in the back, right down my throat, and then bam, good for my immune system.
Don't you?
Easy.
No,
easy win. Easy win. Easy
No, the
dub,
problem
bro.
with me is that if
Easy
I do
dub.
that, I always get like phlegm in the back of my throat.
Yeah,
and I
because you
can't.
have a freakishly long neck.
That is not true. It's not even that long. Just because you have a stout figure.
What are you trying to say, bro?
Want to fight right now?
There are people downstairs.
Thank you for listening to the Misfits podcast, everyone.
Thank you.
We
Thank
hope
you very
you
much.
enjoyed listening to
It
this
was a lot of
conversation.
fun.
Swagger is back.
Hello.
The world is restored. World peace is on the way.
As everything should be.
My skin is clear. My children are flourishing.
Next
Your wife's still gone?
You just want you want flex a little more?
My herd of sheep is prospering.
Next week's podcast will be way better. We will have most likely Bucks on the podcast, and I won't be tired.
And hopefully a little bit of a story for you guys per chance. But we'll see.
Maybe.
We'll see.
We will
see.
see.
Fucking hell.
Either way, guys.
It's just like, fuck these cunts. I'm not doing this.
Bye.
Bye.
You fucking reek.
Just cut it right there. Just cut it right there.